Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. You are watching and listening to Lex Between the Lines, where I am your host, Lex. For the most part, I try to stay in between the lines, but we all know that I occasionally cross them. Today, I am so excited that we have a special guest. I've been trying to get her in for the longest, and finally, she is here, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. I want you to let us know what you're working on. We want to know your bestsellers.
Hey y'all. So I am Keira N James, but you can call me Kira. I'm an indie thriller author, straight out of Danville, Georgia, a very small country town. Probably couldn't find it on a map. But currently I am sitting at about 15 books, most of which are not on Amazon, but the ones that are, I'll say over half of them have been bestsellers. And right now, my current bestseller is The Grave Mistake. It is a domestic suspense thriller that I am very excited about and cannot wait to get into with the legs. I'm excited to be on this show, so thank you so much for having me.
I thank you for accepting. Now, wait a minute. When did this one drop?
You know, The Grave Mistake was an impulse release, which I tend to do sometimes. Sometimes I can get very impulsive. It was not planned at all. It is actually a re release of a previous title when I was signed to my mentor's publishing company, Literary Freedom Publishing. And the original title of the story was The Sin of Jasmine. And I say last week, I want to say, I re released it as The Grave Mistake with a new title and a new cover. And I have been getting DMs ever since. But I'm like, you know what? What can I say? I wrote the story, so y'all coming with the smoke, I'm gonna have to take it because those characters is crazy.
I wanted to ask, was this regarding, like, is this the post that you had? I seen you post before saying that they were in your DMs about the story. Is this the one that they were talking about?
The one, the post that I think that you are referring to is for Bodied, specifically for the story, The Sweetest Taste of Sin, because that was really spicy. That was on the spicy side.
I'm nosy as hell. What the message said? I'm so
I said,
nosy.
okay, this how y'all coming. All right then. But all
I
I can
have
do is take it.
I got a question about the re-release. So, did
Okay.
you have people inboxing you about who read it before and did they reread it? Did they have like any commentary on it?
No, these were new readers who had just they only learned that it was a re-release because it was a note in the book. So it wasn't the fact that it was a re-release that they were messaging me about. It was more so along the lines of, girl, what does this character got going on? Or I know this did not happen. Those type of things. I don't want to spoil it, but they were very direct and assertive with those questions. And I'm like, I'm trying to answer it the best that I can, but they were coming in hot.
They were coming in hot. Goodness. Do you always get messages like that in the DM after you
I
release a
don't.
book?
Um, this is new for me, but I welcome it because I love engaging with readers. I love connecting with readers. I don't ever want it to feel like just because I'm an author and they're the reader that I'm untouchable, I'm unreachable. Like, no, I'm very personable, and down to earth. So I welcome the DMs. I'll tell you, like, hey, when you start reading a book, my DMs are open, like the doors of the church are open. I'm here.
I love that. Are you in it? Look, I'm all off topic. But now that you said that the doors are
I'll follow
open, are
you.
you in these, like, are you in any reader groups?
Am I in reader groups?
Uh-huh.
Not many. I think I'm in about two reader groups because there was a thing like, oh, authors shouldn't be in reader spaces because they can't talk freely, and I
Mm-hmm.
respect that. So I am in my book club group, Black women who read thriller, horror, and suspense, and I think maybe one other one is Black girls who read or who read
Okay.
too. Black girls who read, I think.
I think I may be in both of those, especially the thriller book
Mm-hmm.
club, and I see a lot of author and reader interaction. So you say you have written 15 books, and so how many are published right now? Did you have to go in? Did you re-release half of your catalog, or did you pull those?
Yes, so I pulled about half of them and I re-released them under new titles, which I would say four of the stories embodied are no, two of the stories embodied are re-releases. So the Sweetest Taste of Sin, I rewrote that and put it embodied. I condensed it to a short story. And A Woman Scorned. Um that was also a re-release that I put in that collection because I felt like it was very fitting. It was very fitting for the thing.
Have you always written thriller suspense, or is this
No,
like your no?
no. When I started writing, well, published my first book in 2018. Um, And I honestly can't even say what genre I wrote in, what category I wrote in, because I came into it with no knowledge of the industry, with how it worked or anything like that. So at times I still feel like I'm kind of finding my footing. But about 3 years ago, I wrote The Sin of Jasmine, which is now re released as The Great Mistake. I wrote that intentionally as a thriller because that's what I found myself more drawn to, as far as reading and writing, because even though I'm an author, like I'm still a very avid reader too. So I was like, okay, I think this could work for me. This would work better for me. Um, Especially considering the type of stories that I wanted to start writing. Urban fiction, urban romance, like they couldn't handle the type of stories that I wanted to write. So I was like, "Ah, okay, let me just come over here and see what's going on the dark side of fiction." And they welcomed me with open arms, and I'm still here.
That was gonna be my question. Like, what drew you in to thriller suspense?
In my real life, I enjoy the thrill. I enjoy the suspense. I love a good surprise. And that's what I wanted to write. And that's what I like to read. I love that not knowing, like the not knowing, feeling what's coming next, trying to guess what's next, whether I'm right or I'm wrong. That's what I love about thriller and suspense. It's just the thrill of it all, the action of it all, the suspense of it all.
When I tell you bodied,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna give away any spoilers because I want people to be able to enjoy it like I
Mhm.
did. But when I tell you, but you said it continued. There's a part. There's a part two.
There is a part two that Tanisha Stewart wrote. She wrote volume two, which she finishes the last story in my volume. So she finishes the authorized user, and then you get two more stories in her book.
So did you help co-write any of those in here? Did y'all help co-write any in each book, or it just picks up?
No. So what happened? Funny story with how that collaboration came about. We were just in the group chat, and I think all of us was just having a day. And so I dropped the cover of Bodied in there, like, hey guys, hopefully this will make y'all happy. And Tanisha was like, I don't know what this is, but I need to be part of it. And that's how it came about. And I knew that I wanted the two books to tie in together somehow. And so we came up with the idea for the last story in my book for her to pick it up in her book, so it kind of interconnects and it not feels like two completely different books that don't have anything to do with each other. I still wanted it to read as a collaborative series.
Why am I so scared to start Body 2? Can you tell me if it leaves on a cliffhanger? Is there going to be a Body 3
No,
or is it?
no, I'm not really a series girl. So there's not going to be a volume three as of right now. But as I mentioned before, I am very impulsive. So then again, who knows? But there are no cliffhangers in volume two. You will get very solid, well rounded stories in there. Tanisha is an amazing writer. So you're going to get what you need from those books.
She's on my list too. I just read another one of her her Christian book, so I can only imagine. I can't wait to dive into
Hmm.
part 2, and then I start the Con Artist soon. But
The con artist. Okay. We're going to get into that when you get done.
who that was told me I was gonna need a whole, like, it's really gonna if Body was how it was, then the Con Art, was that you that told me that? Then the Con Artist was really gonna.
I mean, I'll I'll just say this. I put a trigger warning in the con artist. I never do trigger warnings. And it's not because the book is heavy or it's deep or anything like that. It's just like, hey, I'm letting y'all know now. Buckle up, Buttercup, because it's about to get real.
It's crazy when a thriller author tells you to buckle buckle
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
When writing your thrillers,
Hmm.
what stereotypes do you like to challenge or avoid in your work?
I like to avoid the stereotype of especially women with careers. I've never written like a housewife because that's not my lifestyle, and a lot of my stories I pull from personal experience. So I don't like to what is it, perpetuate the stereotype of housewives, um, anything dealing with how the how society sees black people or views black people or what they think a black person's life look like. I challenge all of that as well as your morals, to be honest, because people in my books be doing crazy stuff, and 9 times out of 10, you will find yourself rooting for them. So it's like, oh, there's a little moral ambiguity there. So yeah.
So I heard you say that you pull some of those. Did I hear you say you pull some of these stories from like life, from real life?
Oh yeah, all of them, all of the stories that I write are real.
Wait,
They're just like what I like to call exaggerated realities. Like all of the situations that the characters go through, they are exaggerated, for the sake of fiction. But those situations that they find themselves in, very much real. Their feelings, um, some some of their actions. Yeah, writing
so
is therapy, man.
are these the characters that you write, are they like based on people that you know, or their personalities like based on people that you know, or did you build them up yourself? Like,
Absolutely. If it's not me, it's somebody that I'm close to, something that I witnessed just by being around, certain people, because it's easier for me to pull from my experience than to um, just completely make up something. So, yeah,
that makes me look
make
and
of that
go to
as you
these.
will. Make of that as you
Wait,
will.
so
Hmm.
I'm really trying hard not to give anything away, because there's just this one scene embodied where I
It's a
was just
lot, right?
like, girl, like, you know, somebody who lets. let their son put the girl was in the trunk of her car with somebody else, like, and now that you say you pulling from experiences, I'm just like, oh,
Listen, I am 30 something years old. I have seen a lot. I have done a lot. So what you read is a culmination of those experiences.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, I'm side eyeing you because
Ooh,
the the fact that even though we know that they're exaggerated, but they're
hmm
now I'm gonna be able now the con artist, is this like experience too, or
Some of it. Some one of the characters, one of the main characters, Giselle, a lot of what she dealt with, a lot of her feelings, and that's me in a fictional, fabricated, exaggerated manner. But yeah, I mean, y'all say y'all want relatable characters, right? So what's more relatable than me writing about myself or me writing about somebody that I know?
it was crazy because literally
Be
every
careful what you ask
story,
for.
for real, like for no, for real, because like every story was like, dang, this can really, like, you know how you say, even though you said they were exaggerated, they wasn't
Mhm.
exaggerated to the point where they couldn't be real life.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I've learned in thriller. You know, dark romance kind of takes it and it goes left with the morally gray men, but the thrillers, I'm starting to see like this is really like some first 48 type stuff.
Mm. Yeah, I live for
Yeah,
it though. I mean,
y'all
I
on a
don't
whole
live
nother
to live for
level.
it, but I live to write about it because, like, I ain't trying to go through none of that no more. So, yeah,
Said no more.
jeez, like I've
Goodness.
endured enough.
So we're gonna go and do a quick commercial break, and then
Okay,
we will be right back.
all right.
All right, you guys, we are back from commercial break, and Kira, I want to know which book is your was your favorite to write.
Oh, that's easy. My favorite book in my catalog to date is Love and War. It's a military thriller about a naval officer who is wronged, and she suffers a very devastating loss to someone who's very close to her. And the people around her, the people responsible, they really they live to regret it. And I say that's my favorite book because as a vet, as a Navy veteran, because I did serve 6 years in the military, it was so fun to like relive those moments in those places and to also get some things off of my chest because that is another book that is pulled from personal experience and it's very very personal to me and I hold it very close to my heart. So Love and War, hands down my favorite book in my catalog.
If this was adapted into like a movie or a series, who could you see playing the lead characters?
Who could I see playing the lead character? That is a very good question. And I think I would like to see Tika Sumpter in that role because I don't feel like I've seen her in anything action related yet, but I like her as an actress and I think that she would do good in that.
Now that you say that, I don't think even in Sonic, she's not really active. I bet that would be nice for her to have a military role,
Hmm.
especially in Navy. I could see it.
Or that young lady from Woman King. She played like she was in Viola's Tribe, I guess you can call it. Um, I can't think of her name, but I think that she would do really good too because she killed that role in that movie.
Which
She
one is she?
died.
The one who actually is a Have you seen the one with the black samurai where she's on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram? Is that who you're talking about? She
I don't
practices like
know.
martial arts. She does like she has like so I cannot think of her name, but
I
she has
wouldn't
like
be
so
surprised.
many.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is her, but I'm not exactly sure who you're talking about. Now I'm gonna have to go look her up,
I was just
and
gonna
then
say, and
I
I'm gonna have to
will.
go rewatch The Woman King.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah.
Dang, don't look. I don't have time. I was gonna say, don't make me go pull this cast up because it's gonna eat away. It's gonna eat away at me. I wanted to ask, have you taken any writing classes or done any workshops, writing workshops, or any writing retreats?
No. Um. No writing classes other than the ones that were like required for my degree, which was, I don't even know if it was a writing class. I just knew that I had to write a bunch of papers. Uh, but no, no writing classes, no workshops. But I do a lot of studying and research on my own, um, by reading like resource books, reading books in the genre that I write in, that type of thing. But nothing like official. It's I
How did
just
you know?
I'm
Go.
sorry.
How like you didn't take any classes or anything. How did you know how to go? Like how to do start the process for the publishing to get your work out there?
Um, I called myself doing research before I actually hit publish on my very first book. And as soon as the book went live, I realized that I hadn't done nearly enough. Um, so everything that I've learned, everything that people get from my books are basically me learning along the way. Whether it's, like I said, me learning from research or reading. I also have my pen sisters, and I read a lot of what's online because I'm naturally an inquisitive person. So I'm always constantly learning something, looking up something, researching something.
Hmm.
So it's no different with publishing. Um, so yeah,
Did you have to edit your own books? Did you make your own like when you were first starting out? Did you edit and
I
then do all
did.
of your
Be-
covers?
I and you can tell, like, all of them was giving very much DIY, with the editing, with the book covers, because I wasn't signed to a publishing house. Everything that I did came out of pocket. And um, I was like, editors are expensive. I mean, I could sit here and read the book and make sure the commas in the right place. And the commas were not in the right place. The periods were not in the right place. And that led to me taking them down and re-releasing them, because readers can tell, the amount of effort and investment that an author has made into their book based on the end product. And as far as like the editing and cover design and things like that, yeah, we can do it on our own. But um if you have no expertise in the area, it's gonna show.
So how did you know when you picked the right like editor and publisher? How did you know that that was the right person or the right team to go with?
It felt natural. It felt organic. It didn't feel like a transaction, or it wasn't super stuffy like business all the time. We were able to be ourselves, but at the same time, still be on the same page, focused on the same goal, and get the work done. It just
Did you
felt right.
find it felt right? Did you find them like in groups or how did you go about looking for them or finding how was that process?
Whenever I would see like a recommendation, I would take it upon myself to go look up that person's work, whether, it's a publisher, to see what type of books they publish, um, or if it's an editor, I'll read the book that they edited. And if it's something that I like or was aligned with what I wanted to do, then I may reach out, or I may, if I'm not where I need to be to pay for the services, I'll keep thugging it until I'm able to. But right now, my editor is Tanisha Stewart, and we have been doing some good work together, some very good work together. I
I
love
didn't
working
know
with
she
her.
was an editor.
She's really
So,
good at
in
what she
the
does.
Black women who write with your pen sisters, do
Mhm.
everybody have like a different roles or?
I think I don't know if I would say that we all have different roles, but we definitely know our strengths and we play to our strengths. And whatever one lacks, we are always there, stepping in sometimes without them even having to ask. So that's how I would describe them. Like we don't have roles, but we play to our strengths and we do them really well. So
How
shout
did
out to
you
Kenya
meet
Moss
them?
Dime, Tony LaRue, Octavia Grant, and Tanisha Stewart. Those are my pen sisters. Love them.
Those are your. I actually talk with Tony really soon. She said yes to be a guest. I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Oh man, how did you all meet?
Um, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Um, I read the Asylum series written by Tony and Tanisha Stewart, right?
Hmm.
And I hopped in Tanisha's inbox, which is something that I didn't do that. But I hopped in her inbox. I was like, listen, I don't know what you got going on next, but count me in. And then she went and told them, and then it's like, oh, you write thriller? Oh, no, you write suspense? And then we're all five Black women just sitting here writing in this space that nobody knows about. And so Tanisha created the group on Facebook, and we just grew from there.
I seen that list and the black women who write thrillers and suspense. I did not realize it was
Hmm.
like that many black women who
Right.
like it was a whole page long.
Hmm. Yeah, and we get that a lot. Like, when readers are looking for recommendations, they're like, I like Frida McFadden, but make it Black. And we're like, girl, we right here. Like, look no further. We right here.
That I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm gonna stay in between the lines today.
We don't gotta stay. I color outside the line sometimes.
It's just that, especially like lately, everybody has been, and I made a video. I was like, everybody has been finding out that I'm reading, and since I've been talking about thrillers and stuff more,
Hmm.
people have been in my inbox like, "Hey, have you read Frida? Hey, you need to read this. Hey, you need to read this for Frida." And I'm just like,
Don't get me wrong. Frida know what she doing. I like her stuff. But also, it's
there
our
are
turn now.
other,
So we here.
like there
We
are
here
others
now.
out there. Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's my first thing that I say, like, "Hey, do you know these? Have you read these?" And they're like, "No, I never heard of them." Mm-hmm.
About to.
Yes. So what's next for you?
What is next for me? I am excited about two things in particular right now. One, my new psychological novella, Orchid, will be releasing October 3rd. It is about a botanical artist with a savior complex who turns vengeance into an art form. The second thing that I am excited about is the Black Book Bash that's happening October 3rd through the 5th in Jacksonville, Florida. I will be there. My other four pen sisters will be there. It'll be the first time that BWW5 is in the same building, and we're all doing panels on the same day. So if you can make it, we would love that. Just come down and represent for the Thriller Girlies.
I have been trying to rework my schedule so I can have my face in the place.
I sure hope you make it. I would love to meet you in person.
Me too. And then to be surrounded by so many phenomenal women or just to be in the building, like in the atmosphere. It's
Yeah,
just something about being like you
yeah.
just have to be there.
And the fact that it's gonna be like a family reunion vibe and it's not um this cold, impersonal event, like you can just come up, talk to your favorite author, get your book signed, and go do karaoke. Like I like the whole programming and setup that Casey and her team is doing. So I'm very excited about that and I really hope you can make it.
Is this your first event that you're doing?
This will be my first event in 2 years. Like I haven't done an event in 2 years. My last event was in Atlanta, and it was at the Atlanta Kickback, but it wasn't like it was open to all genres. So it wasn't dedicated solely to thriller, which Black Book Bash isn't dedicated solely to thriller, but we are going to have our own little corner of the event. So I'm excited about that.
There's still like a place where if you come looking, if this is what you're looking for,
Hmm.
it's a corner for it. It's a space for it, just for
Yeah.
that.
And I am going to take up that space as much as I can, and everything that I bring, I'm going to make sure it's extra special for y'all, especially these book boxes. So,
I'm
yeah,
excited about these book boxes.
me too. These book boxes were stressful, but I had a lot of fun, and I'm confident that I did a good job to make it special for everybody that's going to get one.
Did you create
Where
them yourself or did you have a company?
I did,
You created
I
them
did.
yourself?
A lot of what I do, or a lot of what you see of my work, I do myself, aside from editing. But I also have a lot of support from my pen sisters too. So yeah, I got some feedback from them about the boxes and everything that goes into it.
I'm excited. I finally went and checked my email and I
Mm-hmm.
seen the pictures of the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cute. Like the design
Mm-hmm.
all the way around.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I can't. It's been a while since I did a box, so I feel like if I was gonna come back, I had to come back right, and I had to come back with something to prove. Like, hey, I could do this too now.
You said it had been 2 years since your last book dropped before you started back publishing?
No, the last it had been 2 years before my last book box. So the last book box that I curated was at the last book event that I went to, which was 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
I'm so excited. Like, I don't know. I've just been seeing so an influx of indie black authors, and when I say I'm excited for it, like you guys are really creating a space and showing
Yeah.
people who, because I've talked to so many people and they're like, I've been holding on and doing this and trying and writing this and building this up for
Hmm.
years, and I'm finally able to put it out there. What advice would you have for someone who is maybe scared to publish or is scared to put their work out there? What advice
Um,
would you give a
as
new indie?
somebody who was that, I just had to get out of my own way and understand that it wasn't going to get done if I didn't do it. And the biggest hindrance for me was other people's opinions, other people's perception of me. But once I got around that and just started doing things for me,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, nothing can stop me now. So for anybody who is an aspiring author, get out of your own way. Um, do the research, um, network, connect, make genuine connections with the people that offer services that you need. People who have accolades or careers that you aspire to. Be resourceful. That is my number one thing is to be resourceful and to focus on the quality of your work versus the quantity, because it's very easy to get wrapped up in the need to stay in people's space and to stay relevant.
Hmm.
But I think it's more important to produce quality work versus volume, if that makes sense.
It does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
believe in
thank you.
yourself. Like
Oh,
that
child, that's
makes
a
all the
mouthful right
difference.
there.
It makes all the difference. As long as you believe in yourself, there's nothing that nobody can tell you. Because can't nobody outside your vision distract you from it. Or at least they shouldn't distract you from it.
You preaching on this good Monday.
Let the church say,
Amen.
Amen.
Honey, I think
Yeah.
when you said get out your own way,
Hmm.
you was talking to me.
Baby, I was talking to the both of us.
When I say we really be our biggest op sometimes,
Hmm. Yeah. Because while we can be our biggest cheerleader, we are also our toughest critic. And constructive criticism is a great tool to, sharpen our talent, but it is also very discouraging. And the person that's discouraging you shouldn't be the person that you're looking at in the mirror. So yeah, get out of your own way.
child, I feel like I need something more than this tea that I'm sipping on.
Uh-oh. Take you a little
I,
sippy sip.
Lord, goodness. That is, I feel like they require like a moment of silence to soak that in.
We can sit in silence.
Sometimes it be the smallest things when you hear
Hmm.
something. You be looking for these big, profound aha moments and stuff, and it just be
Hmm.
in the smallest.
Sometimes that's all you need. Just a little snack, something to nibble on. Let that sit with me too.
Hmm. Let us know where we can follow you and keep up with your work.
I can be found on Facebook, um, Keira N James. That's Keira N James. Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, the Keira N James. Follow me. I will follow you back.
Do you have a
Oh, and if
YouTube?
I do not have YouTube, I'm in my way. Ain't that a contradiction? I'm in my way. I'm like, I'm scared. Like, being on camera really ain't my thing, but I've been pushing myself to get it out of my comfort zone a lot this year, and my pen sisters have as well. But I ain't made it to YouTube yet. I'm gonna do a couple of more of these, and then maybe I'll get on YouTube.
And then, yeah, because you're going to need somewhere to put this.
I am. I'll put this on my website.
Oh,
I can, if I'm allowed. I would love to put this on my website.
you most definitely are.
Say
You
less.
just, you just added to my day.
Say less.
Honey, I thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna be back begging in your inbox soon as I read the
Listen,
con artist.
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting
And
on it.
I've never read a military. Y'all be introducing me to so much stuff.
Mhm.
A military thriller,
Mm. Yeah.
a
Welcome to the dark side of
botanical.
fiction.
Really, I feel
Mhm.
like a poison, like the boat. When you said the boat, look, I said we from the. I'm just thinking about orchid. Like I just like a black poison ivy.
Ooh, I mean, you know, we're gonna get into it. I'll be back for Orchid. Can I
We're gonna
come
have
back
to.
for Orchid?
You surely can. We're gonna have a
Mhm.
part two, and then we're gonna give trigger warning, content warning, spoiler alerts to only watch this episode if you
Yeah.
have read the book because I want to go in.
Okay, we can go in. We can go in.
So it is settled,
Y'all heard
honey.
that right. Hmm.
Yes, we all heard that she is coming back.
Sure am.
Goodness, thank y'all again for tuning in. Until the next time, you guys have the most amazing day.